Hey y'all, what it do? It's your boy E2 Blue coming back at you again. Sorry, don't mind the headscarf. I just got off of work and I don't feel like combing my hair back out. Didn't have time. But anyway, it is Victory Monday. Victory Monday. Cowboys get the surprising win over the Minnesota Vikings without Dak Prescott. Without Dak Prescott. Now, I've been saying this all year. Had this been last year, a lot of these wins that we got would not have happened. Um, Game ball definitely goes to the young Cooper Rush and our offensive coordinator, not the coordinator, the OC, Kellen Moore, and our defensive coordinator Dan Quinn. Those guys get the award, and you got to give it up for Mike McCarthy for as much as some of you guys get on him about bad clock management. Mike Zimmer was the one in this game that had the bad clock management. So, how about that? We had 2 timeouts. It was that play like right at the end when we had threw that ball to CeeDee Lamb to get close to the end zone right before the Zeke run. Mike McCarthy called timeout right there and got the group together and was like, all right, we're going to figure out what we're going to do right here. Now, was that when the 2 balls were on the field? Y'all remember that? It's crazy. How did 2 balls get on the field? I've never seen that before. But yeah, this win was good. Dak Prescott got the opportunity to rest. Hopefully he'll be back for next week. We did get a couple of injuries in the game. Tyron Smith had a sprained ankle. Now, the thing about that is now that you got Lyle Collins back, you can kind of do him like you did with Dak Prescott. If you want to rest him a week or 2, you can do that. You can shift some things around the line with Terrence Steele and Lyle Collins and Ty Nsekhe as well. So you got options there. So what you can do with the offensive line. We're playing against the Broncos next week, so I don't think they're as good as the Vikings are. So I just think that will also be a W on the list as well. With that being said, because you got Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater is not going to throw over this defense. Not going to do it. The defense played really good. The refs, again, did not want the Cowboys to win this game. Now, you know, I hate to keep trying to blame refs for this and that. I hate to keep pointing the finger, but it's clear and it's present and it's facts, right? What they're doing, or in this case, what they're not doing. Now, they called that roughing the passer thing on penalty on Randy Gregory when that's just a bang bang play. One player hits another player and he finishes them off out of bounds. That's football. And they tried to say, the refs tried to say, oh, the whistle blew. Ain't nobody hear the damn whistle. You know how loud that damn stadium was at the time? Because I definitely didn't hear it on the TV camera, so I don't know what the hell they were talking about. So I don't know. And Randy, and you can see how pissed Randy was getting. So he was like, okay. That very next play, he's knifed through that offensive lineman and made the sack on your boy Kirk Cousins. Now Kirk Cousins didn't want none of him. He's pissing down his leg. You look at the end of that game when we made that go-ahead score, that touchdown, the back shoulder fade to Amari Cooper in the end zone on that back corner. When they got the ball back to try to counteract our score to try to get back into scoring range themselves, they ain't won none at the end. Our defense was too much. They showed up, they showed out, they stopped them, and that was great. I love that run by Ezekiel Elliott on that 3rd and 13, or is it 3rd and 11? On the 3rd and 11, he came through, but saw 2 defenders. Was like, okay, all right, y'all gonna, I'm gonna bust right through y'all, bust right through them for another 2 or 3 yards for the first down. That got us in striking range for that go-ahead touchdown. So, you know, the game started slow. This is the first game all season that we didn't score in the first quarter. Now, granted, because, you know, Dak wasn't there. But, you know, Cooper Rush had a slow start. Of course he is. He's the backup guy. The backups don't get to play. For Cooper Rush, for this to had to been his first starting NFL game and playing a full game, hats off to him. His family was there. His dad was in the audience. His mom, I think his wife was out there, or his girlfriend, whatever it was. But yeah, his whole family was out there. They all had Cooper Rush jerseys on, and man, it was a beautiful sight to see. A lot of fans counted them out. They said, "Oh, the Cowboys not gonna win this game." Some fans was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna stay out trick or treating with the kids. I'm not even gonna watch the game." Once they knew that Dak Prescott wasn't playing, a lot of our fan base was like, "F it. Why do we do that? Why do we like count our team out like that?" I think that we're still hypnotized, even that we're 6 games in to a whole different season, and we're 2 seasons removed from our last head coach. We still are in that hypnotized mindset of that last decade of Garrettisms and of that mediocrity that we had before. We're no longer that anymore. We're not that right now. Coach Mike McCarthy is the head coach. Dan Quinn is the defensive coordinator. Kellen Moore is calling the plays. This is a whole new culture, whole new team. These players are coming to play. We take chances when we need to. We call the plays when we need to. We're doing what we need to do to survive and win a game. It ain't like it was before. We are not laying down for nobody. All right? So it's at the point now where it's like we have to start believing in our team. As a fan base, we have to start believing in these Dallas Cowboys. I believed in them even through the rough years, but you gotta, at some point, you gotta get to a point where you are supporting your team, whether you think that they're gonna win or not. It's just we gotta come off of that defeated mentality and just get in there and go. Now the question is, do we also sit him for the Broncos game? Because, you know, the Broncos are not really a threat either. I mean, they're not as good as the Vikings. So would you sit that? Would you milk Cooper Rush, let him play another week now that he's starting to get comfortable? Let him play another week. Let Dak rest another week. Let Tyron Smith rest a week. I think Trayvon Diggs is going to be okay. I think he just got wrapped up with another player or whatever. But the injury that's probably going to be out for the season is Jabril Cox. I think he tore that ACL at the end of that game. So that's going to be a loss right there, linebacker. But the good thing is you still got Luke Gifford and you got Francis Bernard, I guess, when he comes off of his I think he's still on IR. But you got those guys. Those guys play primary special teams, so they could come into play. They've been on this team, so they know how to play the defense. So, but you got options. And we talked about next man up, right? Even before. You talk about next man up, but that next man up has to be ready to be the next man. So we've played that this year, and it's worked out for the Dallas Cowboys. That next man up has done. Terrence Steele, next man up. Cooper Rush, next man up. Kelvin Joseph coming in at the end of the game for Trayvon Diggs, next man up. You're starting to see this team work together, function better together, and win together. And that's the winning recipe, and that's how you win a Super Bowl. Everything is shaping up for the Dallas Cowboys right now to get that #1 seed. And if you want to get that bye week, you got to get that #1 seed. Looks like the Titans lost Derrick Henry for the year. That sucks. They might be playing Adrian Peterson. So every team goes through injuries. It happens. But it's whether or not that you still have the wherewithal to keep going. And that's all I got to say. But with that being said, that's all I got for right now. Let me know what you guys feel about this game last night. I'm surprised we won. But I also said at the beginning of the game when I was at Mark's house last night, I did say that I had a good feeling that Rush was going to have a good game. Didn't know he was going to throw for over 350 yards, I'm just saying. But it is what it is. Xavier Woods got his little time of shine, got his little sack or whatever is on his little safety blitz and his little forced fumble or whatever. But you know what? We still won the game, and that's all that matters. So with that being said, y'all, how about them Cowboys? It's your boy E2 Blue, always keeping it real. Talk to y'all soon. Have a great Victory Monday.